going to go back to Jahssa Estrela's case. Only his attorney, Tim, is here to speak on his behalf.
Actually, Jahssa's mother is going to speak on his behalf. Jahssa had written an incredible speech. This has been a little overwhelming for him this evening, a number of contributing factors, but his mother is as eloquent as Jahssa is. And I have to tell you, I've been practicing law a long time. I've had the opportunity to meet many, many types of people. Jahssa is one of the finest people I have ever met, and his mother is only finer. So thank you.
Hi, everyone. Thank you, Tim, for your kind words. Jahssa is overwhelmed, I guess, with he didn't know what to expect, so I'll do this for him. So I was the mother who reached out, who called, and the reason why is this. Jahssa says, hi, everyone. My name is Jahssa Estrela. I was born in New Jersey from 2 Cape Verdean immigrant parents, and at the age of 5, I moved to New Bedford. Growing up in New Bedford, I was comfortable in the sense that I was surrounded by people who looked like me and shared similar backgrounds. But as I was growing up, my parents wanted a healthier environment for me and my little brother, so they decided to move us to Whitman, where they hoped we would be protected from urban dangers, more protected from urban dangers. Entering this new environment, I was filled with fear because early I perceived that I was no longer in my comfort zone. I've always been a passionate kid with a mindset that I can accomplish anything that I put my mind to, and the curiosity to find out how great I can be. My passion that had previously led me to some memorable accomplishments was now being received with judgment and reproach. And it did not take long for me to start feeling like that sheep, that black sheep among snow white sheep. Nothing much or grand was expected from the black sheep. That much was made obviously early on, and I realized that whatever good wasn't perceived, and I realized that whatever good wasn't perceived because the lens that were seeing me were full of preconceived, misleading notions and pure foul ignorance. My passion was labeled as aggression, and my pride and self-confidence were portrayed as threats and something to tame. At school, me and my small circle of friends, the few that looked like me, were constantly surveilled and punished harsher for simply being teenagers. All these judgments and punishments kept feeding into this growing resentment and frustration that was eating me inside, and I stopped seeing, and that was eating me inside, and I stopped seeing and working to the promises that once I believed in. These promises that I once carried. My dreams of being a school athlete were lost for a moment when I lost my position as the captain of my high school varsity team as a freshman, and I no longer had soccer nor basketball, which were my only refuge in this increasingly hostile environment. All my dreams and expectations were crumbling down, and at a certain point, I thought I would end up in the streets or in jail. The school officer seemed to agree with that, and he had no problem making it clear. Most of the adults that surrounded me outside my home gave me no hope. In fact, I feel like I was considered an enemy often. Sometimes I wonder where I would be if I was dealt better cards. Mistakes usually come with regrets, and my mistakes have taught me a few lessons. Fortunately, not every adult gave up on me, which is why I'm here today with renewed hope and confidence that I will be an adult that will add value to humanity. For that, I thank my family, your organization, and all that supports it, and make it possible for kids like me to be able to dream of a life of equity and equality.